The prodigal spanner haseth returned. It has returned. It was sitting on top of the starter motor still. I found it this morning on the starter motor. Yep, it was sitting on top of the starter motor. And then also noticed a wire that was exposed, a positive wire, so I thought I'd better fix that up too while I'm at it. But the main thing I'm doing today is bleeding the brakes. Like that has not been done for at least 5 years that I know of. And it's a bit mucky. Yeah, it's not what brake fluid should look like, right? And for me, the easiest way I have always found doing this, because there's already no air in the system, is to wait for it to crack the nipples, right? Take the nipples out actually. See, it's gravity dripping, right? It's just gravity dripping. I could do all four, but I'm going to go inside and have a coffee. So basically the level inside, it's already gone down by about 1 centimeter. It was above this line here. It will slowly go down, and when it's nearly at the bottom, you start topping it up with fresh brake fluid, right? Which will be a different color, or it'll be clear, not black. And then when that color starts to come through nice and clean through this side, then it's flushed. And you should do that at least every 2 years, I believe. But the brakes are starting to get a bit spongy, which means like there's moisture in there possibly, and the brake fluid does lose its ability to just fight compression. Eventually it will compress as it gets contaminants in it. So yeah. And my family would like to, school holidays now, my family would like to go for a drive somewhere and go and stay somewhere. So I want this to be, I mean, it's running really good, guys, really good. So since it's running so good, I did have to fix a leaky injector. One of the, why does he keep making that sound? Are you still recording? Yes, you're still recording, so why are you making sound? Shut up. Eee. One of the O-rings must have got damaged when I swapped the injectors over, and it was leaking fuel. I could smell it in the cab, and then I looked with a torch and I saw a wet injector. Took it out, felt the O-ring, and I felt there was a nick out of the O-ring. Replaced it, now it's fine, so that's fixed. That was a simple fix, but boy, it's running so beautiful and smooth. It's never run this good, but it's never been looked after this well either since I've owned it. I still got a knocking in the back, and the bearing was jarring, and as the axle was moving in and out, it was noticeable when you're going around corners and backing out. It would go clunk, clunk. That's gone, but there's a rattle in the back. The only thing I can find is that. So that's the only loose thing I can find. Right, so that's got to be it. And I'll just order a couple of those. I didn't get a rear end kit. I didn't get those in the kit. They look okay from the outside, but obviously they're not. So I replaced those. I've got some quick disconnects, but they're for the other Jeep. So otherwise, the oil leak is gone. Yeah, I'm just gravity. So you can see it going down. See, it goes down. It looks like it's dripping slow, but it's quicker than you think. Like, I cannot sit there and have a coffee and relax. Like, if I'm like 15-20 minutes, that'll be getting close to empty, I think. And so basically it's just sucking, it's, what do you call it? Siphoning its way through. So, but make sure you get to it and top it up before it starts sucking in air. Once it starts sucking in air, you have to bleed the whole system. That's the thing. You can like blow on it, or you can either put a rubber in there. You can just put your mouth over it and blow on it to speed it up. But I'm not in a hurry. I have all day. So I'll just let it siphon itself out. And no chance of air getting in there. You can actually see it going down quite rapidly. So anyway, that's how I bleed my brakes. And I'll show you a bit more when it gets closer to empty. And I'll show you what it looks like when it clean fluid comes through the bottom. Thanks for watching. Hey, please share and tell others about my channel. The weird thing is, in my analytics, views are up by 30%. Watch time is up by 25%. Right? Subscribers is up by something like 30 or 40%. My revenue is the same. How does that work, YouTube? I mean, it just doesn't want to go over that $30 a month. It was when I started this project and I hadn't uploaded anything for a long time. It was 26 or 27, and now I've got new subscribers. I've got like a quite increase in watching time and watch view times, but yet it's only gone up by like $1. Oh well, you know, odd, but yeah. Not that it matters. I don't do it for the money, but it'd be nice if it went up a bit so I could. Money would help with the project. Don't get me wrong, it would help. It would definitely help. You know, even $100 a month would be awesome. So, but yeah. Maybe that is waiting to see whether I continue uploading like I have, and not just wasting their time by just uploading a bit and then stopping again. I don't know what their algorithm thinks, but yeah, everything's up, but not my money. Anyway, I'll see you after my coffee break. Well, gravity was a bit too slow for me today. That's okay. Gravity still works. I'll show you. It's now but a bit back now. See, it's still dripping. It will work, but it just takes time. And then I remembered from years ago I had a vacuum kit, and I'll show you how that's used. So let's fill this up. Nice clear fluid. It had green or blue in there before. Oh, I don't like spilling this stuff. It's terrible in paint. Alright, so you take out, let me close this first a bit. Okay, first take out the bleeder. I put a bit of tape around it, which you have to remove, but you put it back in at the end. But if you don't do that, with the vacuum system, it'll suck air from along the thread, and you won't know whether it's doing a good job or not, and you'll be forever vacuum pumping. You just tighten up with your fingers the thread tape seals. Okay. You put this crappy Chinese that I've already had to fix before I could use it. And then you vacuum it. And this one should probably already be clean because all the other three corners have already been done. So shouldn't be too much dirt in here. But I normally drain 2 of these containers on a full flush of each corner. See, I'm sucking now. Oh, I really suck at this. Yeah, that's come through really clean. The first lot that came through was really brown. I've got music on, haven't I? I'm an idiot. Oh no. I'm going to get done for that. I'm going to have to run some other music over the top of that. Ooh, no music, how dare you. Yeah, I normally suck 2 cups, but because, I don't know if you understand, the back comes off a single line, right? And since the back comes off a single line, the only bit of flushing this one needed was from here to the T-junction, right? From here to the T-junction. The rest has already been flushed, so it's only like a meter of line plus what's in the caliper. So now that's perfectly clear. So I'll only do one, but the back one, 2 containers, this one is plenty. As you can see, it's really clean. It was like a brownie green before. So I presume it was blue at one stage. There's no air bubbles coming through, but you will get lots of air bubbles if you don't put tape around the bleeder nipple. If you don't put some thread tape, either some plumbing or gas thread tape, you'll get lots of air bubbles and you won't know what's going on. But yeah, that's how you use the vacuum kit. And yeah, this was a cheap one from China. Had to already fix it. Had to put new O-rings and stuff in it because they dried up over the years. So yeah. Oh, I won't be pumping anymore. And that'll be the brakes flushed. So I flushed 2 cups on the front wheels, both front wheels, but this back one, since it comes from a single line and there's a T-junction just there, only 1 cup is more than enough. And you never reuse that stuff, alright? Just chuck it. It's basically a very high grade of vegetable oil. It's basically what it is, seed oil. Very high grade seed oil, and it will destroy your paint like strippers. If it stays on there long enough, it'll work just like paint strippers. So now the whole system has been bled, but the things I've got to get the thread tape off, otherwise I you have to screw it down all the way. Hopefully it's easy to get. Yeah, there we go. But that will make you have a good vacuum. A little bit won't hurt. This will be a nice short clip today. A very easy job for me, which is good, because I've been in agony for days now. And as soon as I feel good, I bust my ass again. I'm an ass, I'm an idiot. And you put the rubber cap back on, you don't want muck in there, so. Anyway, then I put the wheels back on. Yeah. Quite simple, really. But if the pedals get spongy after this, it means you've got air in the system, right? And you top it back up to the desired level. And that says full. Yeah, I kind of want to pour some water on there that spilled, but it's not a lot. But if you don't, it will eventually rust. The paint will peel and it will rust. I don't know what this crap is on. It's like I had a sticker on it over the top of this. Maybe it's a different language. Then you pop that in like that, put it on. I'll put it on there first, everything which way. Done. It's at the full level. Job done. Now, like I said, I actually had brake fluid, but it's so old that even though it's been in a container, I didn't want to use it because this stuff, I don't think it's recommended to use if it's been open and stored. I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. Product benefits. Do not mix this with silicon.5. No, to be used in conjunction with. A lot of people say .5 is crap. So use .4. I can't see anything that says don't use if not used for X amount of time. Absorb moisture from the air. This will lower the effectiveness of the product. After opening bottle, ensure the cap is resealed tightly to avoid water. Oh. This is not for use as a fuel solvent. It's broken, return. Okay, so I could have used that one up there because that always had the lid on it. I didn't know. I thought once it was opened, it was like a food container, really. So it should be, yeah, nice and firm in there. Let me get a bit of wood. Let me cheat. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice and firm. It doesn't feel spongy. I mean, it'll be different, of course, when I'm sitting in it. I've got my leg power, but that feels okay. Before, it was really spongy. So, anyway, that's the brakes done today. This shows you how much I flushed through. That's probably half that container I flushed through. See how dirty it is? It's like brown. You know, if you go to a gas station, they probably won't flush it this thoroughly. But you know, they're all about money, so what do you expect? There's at least a litre in there, or a quart as you guys call it. I think a quarter of a gallon is roughly a litre. So that is flushing your brakes. And cross your fingers, there's no air in the system. Good gal. I always do that. I always say good girl. Because, you know, you don't want to upset her. You know, you want her to keep running well. But she looks pretty neat and tidy in here. Like, yeah, I know that's a bad idea. I do know, but it sounds awesome. But, you know, this is a bit filthy. But I always find that once you start soaping and watering the inside of an engine bay, you always get water stains and marks. Anybody got any answers for that? Because I do like to clean it, but once you get water in there, you get all these water marks and water stains. I mean, you should never pressure wash an engine bay, because then you pressurize water into the plugs, you know. But just softly. But the problem is, if you do it softly, you don't get them that clean anyway. But, you know, it's a $250,000. It looks pretty decent. It looks decent. So, I don't like those plastic covers. They're basically just insulators to keep the heat in. I'll probably put a hood scoop on this one day. But that's not important now. The important thing is that this is reliable while I'm doing the other build. And the way it's been running since I've done the injectors, I think it'll be fine for a long time yet. Nice, it's got nice new oil in it since the oil. I did everything right. I did plugs a month ago, done the fuel injectors now, they were cleaned. Oil. The rockers have been replaced. The oil seal is fixed. You know, all new suspension bushes, back and front. So hopefully I'll get another 5 years out of her before without too much trouble. And that rattling in the back, I reckon it's those torsion bar holders. It's got to be that. It's just a noise. It's not really like, it just makes a noise when you hit bumps. So I'll order a couple of those and see if that's what the problem is. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate you were here. Let your friends know about this channel by sharing, please. Much appreciated. And I would just love to get over that $30 a month. I just want to get over that $30, man. It went up to like $29.90 or something. And I'm like, yeah, going over $30 this month. No, now it's back to $27.90 or something. I'm like, how? For the last month, everything's been up, higher than usual. I don't know, something fishy going on there, YouTube. Anyway, if we do go on this trip, the weather's clearing up because it was really miserable the last few days. And when the weather's miserable and cold, I hurt more. So it's all related. So yeah, I was going to live in the Philippines as I retired, and may still do that because it's always warm there. When I'm in Philippines, I don't suffer as much pain. Yeah, I sweat a lot, but I don't suffer as much pain because it's always warm day and night. Anyway, got to get going. I'll see you later. Got to put the wheels back on this and drop her down. And my wife wants to go to the shops, which is really unusual. Very rare indeed. She doesn't like going to the shop because she knows once she's in there, she'll want to spend money. She doesn't like spending money, which is, yeah, mate, I've got an awesome wife, I tell you. She's a good old Christian girl, that one, I tell you. Yeah, she doesn't like to spend money when she goes shopping, so she doesn't want to go shopping. But now she wants to do stuff. She wants to buy some stuff for family. Not for herself, never does. She's a good one. I love her for bits. Anyway, gotta go.